Good morning everyone, especially to you ma'am. I'm a second reporter, Gulam Norhay Nabi.
Maintenance means that the company invests in its employees through training and development to enhance loyalty to the company. It also means that the firm tries to maintain or enhance the employees' good performance. So the maintenance in training is to learning and upskilling tasks to better inform and equip maintenance workers with the necessary skills for their job. There are various training programs a company can provide. The first is the New Employee Orientation Program. It's a program conducted by the HR department to train and enlighten new employees about the rules and company policies. It is also best to introduce new employees to people they will work closely with, such as those who are in the department where they will be assigned to. New employees should not be isolated but immediately welcome on their first day. As mentioned earlier, training tries to improve or enhance the employee skills. The following diagram breaks down the training process. The first one is training needs assessment, formulation of training objectives, designing of training program, determination of appropriate training techniques, validation of training technique, implementation of training program, and the last one, feedback. Number one is training needs assessment. This calls for the identification of present organizational needs as well as the current needs of job holders. Conducting a needs assessment is vital to the success of a training program. The purpose of a training needs assessment is to identify performance requirements and acknowledge skills and abilities needed by an agency's workforce to achieve the requirements. So, it is very risky for an organization to conduct a training program without a needs assessment because some training seasons may overtrain employees, miss some areas, or yield unsatisfactory results. They gather data on the training needs of employees. There are several methods of gathering data, and the selection of a certain methods depends on the type of analysis to be done. The following are the methods of gathering needs. Survey or questionnaires. The HR can use the survey methods to gather data. Questionnaires are prepared and distributed to the employees. Survey or questionnaires. Survey questionnaires are used to gather information about what is working and what is not, what needs to change and how. Interview. The interview format provides a leeway to be casual formal. There is a provision to dig deeper into the real causes or needs which cannot be fully revealed by survey or a questionnaire. Interviews are important part of the hiring process in human resource management. It is a conversation between an interviewer and a job candidate. Performance appraisals. This evaluation should be done regularly to the more consistent and update in gathering data. The strengths and weaknesses of employees are recorded. Performance appraisal. Performance appraisals is a process of analyzing an employee's work as well as contribution to the job. Observations. The use of observations field but qualitative and quantitative data. This method is not disruptive of the normal workflow of employees under observation. Observations is to the act of looking at individual actions or behavior to obtain assessment information. Tests. Testing can be done in the office of taking home by employees. Usually tests are used to assess the employee's comparison skills. A test is very easy to quantify and interpret. It is also helpful in determining definitions related to knowledge and skills. Tests help pick the right person by checking skills and personality, making hiring smoother and better match. Assessment centers. Assessment is used in the area of management development, wherein employees are given exercises to find out their strengths which should be developed. Assessment centers is a human resource management tool to holistically assess an individual's competencies for role and organizational fitment, engage developmental needs. Focus group discussions. It is a common method of gathering data that allows the free flow of various ideas and helps employees listen to contrasting viewpoints. Focus group discussion are a powerful tool for gathering qualitative insights from employees within an organization. Document reviews. Training needs can be identified by pressuring documents such as employee records, accident reports, policies, organizational chart, memo. Document reviews is documentation refers to a set of records that business maintain to provide evidence, track change, and report information that may inform decisions. Advisor committees. These are groups of people who are in a position to provide reliable information regarding the training needs of employees. Advisory committees is a group of people, commonly volunteers, who are either internal and or external to a business or organization who meet to advise the business or organization or issues.
Determine what needs can be met by training and development. A successful training needs analysis will identify those who need training and what kind of training is needed. Proposed solution. Your proposed solution should relate the current situation to a desired result and describe the benefits that will occur when the desired result is achieved. Develop a training proposal. Some of initial steps include establishing your audience and determining overall objectives, goals, and success metrics. You will then develop an outline that will serve as the foundation of your training program. Once that is finalized, you can begin designing and developing training materials. Number 2. Formulation of training objectives. Once the needs of employees are identified, the next step is to formulate the main objectives of the proposed training program. These goals should be clear, achievable, and must address the needs of the organization and the employees. There are 3 types of learning objectives: acknowledge, attitude, and skills objectives. A. Acknowledge objectives. Acknowledge objectives are the intended learning aims or goals of the learning element identified and grouped in terms of the primary focus of each aim of goal. B. Attitude objectives. Attitude objectives are used to assess the learner's attitude towards the concept. C. Skill objectives. Skill objectives are used to assess the learner's ability to apply their understanding to accept. According to Meagher, 1997, a learner objective has 3 parts: behavior, condition, and criteria. Below are sample descriptions. Are illustrative words or phrases based on Bloom's taxonomy of learning that are helpful in formulating training objectives. A. Behavior. What will the theme, demonstration of learning be? The performance must be observable. Knowledge learning, list, describe, report, debate, hold approach. Attitude learning, role play, discuss, critique. Skills learning, demonstrate, lead, perform. Be condition, where, when, and how will it be done? Are there special conditions present while on the job? Acknowledge learning, without the aids of notes, without the coaching. Attitude learning, without talking or moving your hand. Skills learning, given the situation without the sample. Criteria, level and quality of performance that is acceptable. Acknowledge learning, as judged by your supervisor, as judged by your peers. Attitude learning, to the opinion of your leaders and peers. Skills learning, to the satisfaction of your supervisor no more than their errors.